We begin with loved ones of victims in one of Oklahoma's most horrific mass murders pleading their case today. They asked the Pardon and Parole Board to deny parole for Verna Stafford, who helped her husband kill 6 employees at a sirloin stockade restaurant in July of 1978. News 4's Mecca Thompson joins us now with today's developments. Mecca?
Well, Heather, Verna Stafford is serving 2 life sentences, which means she would have to be paroled twice to be freed. This week's hearing involves only phase 2 of one of those life sentences, and there's still a long road ahead.
She should not be rewarded this opportunity and should remain in prison on this sentence for the rest of her life.
It has been nearly 50 years since the sirloin stockade murders, but the pain hasn't faded. Family members of the victims killed pleading their case in front of the Pardon and Parole Board as Verna Stafford is one step closer to a shot at parole.
Several of these victims were children and teenagers. They never got another birthday, they never graduated, married, raised children, or grew old. Verna Stafford did.
While many years have passed, time does not erase the suffering of the victims, as this board has heard today.
Alicia George, an assistant DA from the Oklahoma County District Attorney's Office, emphasizing just how brutal the murders were, along with the Stafford's other victims, the Lorenz family on I-35 near Purcell weeks prior.
Stafford is not an acceptable candidate, regardless of her prison record or any rehabilitative programs in which she may have participated.
But George also faced tough questions by the board.
Therefore, the state of Oklahoma never asked that she be put to death, correct?
Are you asking me if she'd ever had a jury trial where a jury was asked to put to death?
I'm not sure why this question is so difficult. Did the state of Oklahoma ever ask a court to sentence her to death?
Verna Stafford testified against her husband as part of an agreement to avoid the death penalty.
I realized that they have a job to fulfill, but I also realized that they need to hear the rest of us, and I don't know that they were open to much of the listening.
Family members saying the bottom line in all of this is that they want Verna to remain behind bars.
I never knew my grandparents or my mom without this type of grief, and that is a thief. You know, she robbed me and my brother and my family and my kids of knowing the people as they were before sadness took over them.
And Verna Stafford will appear tomorrow morning in front of the board to plead her case. We'll be there to cover that and have more details on what this parole process could look like going forward tonight at 10.